Okay. So, all forward fold for 9. You guys getting the whole swing at the hips thing? This is all of number 9 is the swing at the hips. This again would be really helpful if the mats have a little bit of grip. If you need, take a pause to spray. Okay. You're always welcome to grab the black mats. The mandala mats are great for alignment, but they have a little bit more slip and then go around correctly. Okay, everybody else, let's go ahead and push the swing down nice and low. It's always going to ride up, right? So, yeah, behind, thank you. So just get it down as low as you can. You have to push forward. Right there's fine. You have to push forward and keep tension on the swing the whole time for these. You reach back for the leg loops in your hands. Okay? Slide this back a little bit. A little bit close. Perfect. Okay. If you don't push your hips forward, it's going to be very, very challenging to keep that tension. Yeah, so if your hips are sinking back, you have to push them forward and lift your upper body. Yeah, the whole time. Good. Reach back. Grab for the leg loops in your hands. Okay? If the swing slides up, I'm just going to show you. It's no big deal. It just kind of like gives you an abdominal massage. Okay? So it will slide up on people. If it goes over your head, it's a problem. But if it's down on your belly, it's no big deal. Okay? So, because everyone looks at me and they're like, oh, it rode up again. I'm like, it's all good. I have a little belly, so it tends to stay. Lift your head, crown the head towards the sky. And now we're just going to swim it out. Okay? So arms above the head, and then down halfway. There we go. Up, and then halfway. So halfway, guys. Yeah. See the arms. So Shoshana, can you see me? So lift up even more, lift your upper body. Yeah. Out to a T, and then overhead. Push into the leg loops the whole time, so they're not loosey-goosey, right? Yeah. Down, so nice and controlled. So we're pressing forward to lift the upper body, right? Yeah. And then we're gonna get to the top and we're gonna pulse. So keep your ears above your biceps. Don't drop your head here. Keep your gaze up. Get your drishti. Keep pushing the hips forward and pulse. Pulse. This is good preparation for Superfly, right? So your hands are way too high in the back there. They're out on a diagonal. Yeah, there you go. So bring your hands down, Petra. You might have to walk back to do that. Yeah, there you go. Feet in the center mat. Good. Okay, great. Then we're gonna come and do some push-ups. So keep tension. Oh, you're just skipping this swing?
Well, it was just kind of just kept popping up. I don't know, do I need it?
Yeah,
Can I do it?
that's a sequence. You can, but that's number 11. So just try it, because you do want to be able to disrupt you. Well, wherever it goes is fine. You just have to keep pushing the hips forward. Okay, press, press, press. Then we're going to bring the arms out wide and deep dive, all the way down, forward fold. And then inhale all the way up, all the way to the top. Keep pressing the leg loops towards the ground. Tension on the leg loops. Out wide and deep dive. Beautiful, guys. Inhale, lift, arch. All the way wide and around. Keep tension on the leg loops, that's it. And then wide and down. So twisting forward fold, shake it out. And then inhale, wide, press, press, press. Really use your arms. And then come around. Good. Okay, we're going to go into an elbow hook. There's a bunch of things that we can do there, but we'll keep it simple. Now you're going to slowly walk your feet to the back of the mat. So in our elbow hang, we're letting our chest hang, not our head. So see if you can feel the openness through the chest. Flex. So your hands are up by your ears, not your rib cage. Okay, so hands by your ears, yeah, like you're flexing. Right, there you go. Perfect. Now we're gonna hook the feet. So we're coming through an archer position. So you're gonna hook one foot outside in, and then the other foot. You might have to push the swing down towards your legs more to get it. There you go. Good. So now we're in our archer position, and stay flexed. Good. Put your fingers towards your ears. Yeah, that's it. Open up the chest. Now we're going to practice. This is a little bit easier with a shirt on, but it's a little warm for clothes today. Now we're going to practice squeezing and getting the leg loops onto the shoulders. If that is too hard, we're gonna try it on the ground again, okay? So come on back down to archer. Bring your feet back towards the center of the mat and then walk yourself up and then squeeze. So let's get the ergonomics because it's the same, but when we're hanging with all of our body weight, if we don't lift our head and lift our chest, it's gonna be impossible to squeeze these on the shoulders. So you have to lift the head, crown of the head points towards the sky. Yes, get your backpack on and then slide in. So the weight of your body is in your arms and then you have to press the back of the head like into an invisible wall to get the leg loops on it, right? And then slide back in. Let's try it one more time. Come back into archer, feet to the back of the mat. Yeah. Lift, keep your heels in nice and tight towards your bum, right? Yeah. So I want to make sure you're right underneath your plumb line so you don't have a big swag, but as long as you're not bopping anybody, you're okay. Okay, lift your head, lift your heart, and then squeeze your arms together. Yeah. Press the back of the head, that's it, into that invisible wall to lift. And then go ahead and drop, bend the elbows. Remember, we're flexed in all these positions. And then inhale, lift and squeeze. Press, press, press. There you go. If you lift the head and heart first, then there's room, right? The head's really heavy, all those heavy thoughts. Okay? Now we're gonna grab for our backpack. Well, you can come into skydiver here, which is kind of nice. You can wiggle those in a little bit tighter. So maybe skydiver is as far as you want to go for today. So again, giving levels. So if I usually say that, that means the next one's hard. So stay where you are if you're happy, right? You just bang from side to side and take a break. Like this could be a rest pose. Do you guys remember tucking when we went into? Good. They're alive. So we have to tuck to grab for our backpack. And then these are the Incredible Hulk push-ups. So when you press, 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 come on up. You have to press the back of your head into an invisible wall again, right? Push up and then Incredible Hulk. Push up and then press. Yep, I know. So only do as many as it feels good, or go back to, yeah, that's how it goes. Or you can bring your feet down. Yeah, so they're really hard. And then we can put our backpack back on. So at this point, I usually like to just end in a shoulder stand. I do have like a bonus flip here. Since we're kind of blending things this weekend, I'll just show you, and you can do what you want. You know, I'll show you some alternatives, which is great. So we all can do the shoulder stand. So I have to squeeze my hands together. If I don't, for whatever reason, people reach their arms towards the sky, just no bueno. So we have to get this hook and keep that hook. I hook my feet, I tuck and pull my hips to stack on top of my shoulders. My knees are going to be into my chest. And then I can inhale, arch for skydiver. And then hands towards the ground, squeeze and tuck. And then you can inhale and arch. Yeah, so go back and forth a few times. It actually feels pretty good. Right? So that's our version of the shoulder stand. So you guys want to just watch for this next one? Can you rest here in the skydiver? So if I wanted to come into the back bend, which is the bonus pose, just kind of watch what happens. Pay attention to my feet in particular. So my feet don't go towards the sky, they go back behind me. Okay? Maybe this is as far as you go. You can kind of wiggle it. You don't have to grab for your ankles. The most advanced version is coming into a full bow, grabbing for the ankles. To come out of it, I usually just kind of kick to come around. The other version is to come in just to the elbows and stay in archer. Okay? So this looks just like the bow, right? You're not going to grab for your ankles. But this is the alternative if you don't want to come into bow. If anybody needs to come down and take a break, you can just bring your feet to the ground and walk forward. Okay? Does anybody want to try?
Yes.
Yeah, back bend? Okay. So everyone's tucking. Now remember, the feet do not go towards the sky. They come back over your head behind you. So it's like you're trying to get your toes to touch the back of your head. You have to keep going. That's it. Keep going, Shoshana. That's it. Whoop. Yeah. Keep going the other way though.
Do you want me to grab?
Yeah, that's great. So you try it one more time. Tuck. You got it.
And
then keep going this way. This way, towards me. Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah. And just try feeling the back bend. That's it. Arch and feel the back bend before trying to grab for the feet. So go ahead, keep coming towards me. Yeah.
Like this?
Nope. This way. And then arch.
Oh.
Yes. It's a little scary for the first couple times.
Yeah, me either. I don't know that.
Well, drop into your elbow creases.
Drop into your elbow creases. Yep, elbow, elbow, yeah, and then you'll come right back into archer. Just let your feet come around. Now arch the other way. Yeah, and then let your feet come around. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, and arch. Yes, and then, yeah, it looks just like archer then.
So much sense.
That is so much easier as an exit, just FYI. I'm like, just umph, and everyone's like, no umph, we didn't get any umph.
And then from here to my elbows?
Yes. And then you'll arch, stay open, yeah, and you'll drop into archer. Your feet just wind up going back towards
Back
this way.
here. Okay.
But if you did the flip,
Yeah, how do I flip?
You just use a little umph, like Amy's actually doing it. She's going from here and she's just pushing her hips towards you and then coming back around.
Oh, like
You're just
flipping.
doing it. There you go. So you have to just rock your pelvis and you can rock back over.
Like
Yes.
here.
Yeah, but not with the leg loops on your shoulders.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's the movement. That's the best anybody's ever done this. Thank you, ladies, because everyone is usually like, rah! And this is where we're like, okay, we lost them. But yeah, so that was good. Everyone, yeah.
And we should get there.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Good. So that is the flip. So most people have trouble getting their hips over their head. It's very scary for most people. So that's why just tucking into a shoulder stand is enough. And even then, like you're like this way, like it's like hesitant. Yeah. The umph. Are you still trying to do the umph?
Turn back over.
Yeah. It's a bit of a momentum thing.
At all.
I'll do it one more time. So keep your hands pointing down towards the ground, because otherwise you're going to lose your hooks. It's a little tricky. Typically, I'll just kick. Can you guys, I'm just like kicking with my pelvis. Do you want to come down and watch for a second? It's one direction and then kick, like, and then you can kind of flip back over. But this is the hard part. Getting back over and just using some momentum is just, I don't even know how to describe it actually, but I'm like, just get your butt back over there. I usually direct my energy, like I'll go up in my head and my body goes up. So I'm like, over, and my body goes over. I can't, but I have found that if we're here and we can't get over, then dropping into the elbows just brings you right over if you stay arched.
Are you tucking when you come back? Like, are you tucking?
I'm pushing my pelvis towards the ground.
Okay.
Yeah. So it really is about a bit of a momentum, and then I'm kind of kicking with my legs. It's kind of the same thing. We're going into handstands next. It's kind of the same thing when I go into a handstand. I kind of kick with my legs, like do that. You'll see breakdancers do it when they're doing certain moves. They just kind of kick out, and yeah, and it brings the energy. Yeah. Still don't know scientifically what to call that. But yeah, it's really a pivot point. Yeah. And we're going into handstands. So I know everybody really wants to get this and it's super fun. But it is, yeah. So you know you will. Good. So you can hold on like Shoshana is doing, but the problem with this is that may slip off the shoulders. And that does happen. So I typically, and it's okay to hold on if you're feeling comfortable and more experienced, but if it does slip off, your head is going to hit the ground because there's nothing holding your upper body. Just FYI, it has happened to me. So I was like, oh, okay, I won't be teaching that. Because I'll just usually bring my hands up and push a little, just like a little push, and I'm like, no, don't teach it like that. So it's changed over the years. Okay, so let's go into, and we'll just kind of keep the camera rolling, if you guys are okay with that. So that was all of let's actually have a discussion and then we will index it, so we might as well just do it correctly. So this is called the shoulder sequence. So in the AirX manual, I changed the poses into clusters, which we call a sequence. So this is the shoulder sequence, and it's because of how we start with the upper body. I use this quite often in rehabbing shoulders. Just simple lubrication of the joint, tracing the space. That's why it's really important to press to see if one shoulder is weaker than the other, to see if they're even. So usually I could teach facing my clients, and we mimic each other. And it's really good because, I mean, it's amazing just to see what's going on. And there's no like body awareness in space, so this gives us something, a medium to play off of. So that's really helpful. And then of course, the pulsing and the push-ups, and then the deep dive, and then even this one where we're squeezing and getting the leg loops onto the shoulders, it's tractioning all of the fascia, opening this up, and it's learning how to get our heads back, because the head forward, it's obvious when our body's pointing down towards the ground how much of a detriment that is, but it's the same thing all day when we're sitting and our head's forward. It's straining this whole part of the body. So we're retraining that, opening up the chest through the archer position. All that makes sense, right? And then of course the incredible Hulk push-ups. If somebody wants to get real strong, like I always get meditated, I'm like, okay, you want to do some push-ups? Let's do it. And then they're like, I can't do it because their upper body's so heavy, right? So they have to get a big arch. You get a great stretch through the quads on that one. And then we end in Superman. We got a little carried away there with our backflip. But when we come through Archer, you guys are welcome to try it again, but we're going to stay right underneath our plumb line this time. We're going to come into a still Superwoman where we can press. So most people are like this. There's nothing wrong with this, but we're practicing engaging through our arms, pressing them down, which allows us to lift our chest. Okay? If you're drooping the upper body, that's going to cause lots of problems for the C7 joint. So press your arms down, really engage, squeeze the legs together. You're going to be right underneath your plumb line for this one, so we should be able to do it. More long, friends. And lift. Even more. That's it. Press your arms down in a T. So they're not back in a Y, so bring them out to a T and then press them down. Press, press, press. Yeah. So see if you can get your hands level with your shoulders. Yes, not back. Down to a T. Can I come put my hands on you? Sometimes that's helpful. Yes, please. Okay. So everyone goes back into a Y. It's a T. So the arms are out to yes. That's it.
Sorry. Get my legs a little open.
Go back.
Namaste.
I know, what's going on here? All right, legs lower, and then press. T, T, nope, this way, yep, lift your head, high. There you go, yep.
And then where do you go from the T? What's the?
Oh, this is it.
That's
the
it.
whole thing. So, gaze up, T, T, pull this way, that's it. Press, 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 down, down, down. Not back, down. It's hard.
It's hard. Nice technology.
Yeah. So it does help, that's great. You need to press down, press, that's it, that's it. That's how you get the upper body to lift. So it's kind of like when you're doing a cobra on the ground, right? You have to press to lift up. That's it, beautiful guys. Hands are way too far back, out into a T, yeah. So when we go back, this is not our strongest position. Our strongest position with our arms, since we're incorporating, come on down when you're ready. You guys are very beautiful. Beautiful angels. So our strongest position with our arms are straight out or straight in front. This is not our strongest position, this is not our strongest position, okay? So that's why as soon as the arms go back into a Y, you completely lost it. You know, we have to stack, stack, stack. So anyhow, that's really important in terms of like, most people their arms are out maybe in too wide, and you get this wobble, like we did with Superfly, you have to stack. And this is our strongest position then. So I always say pull the energy towards the center line. Good, everybody's having fun?
Yes.
The energy's all stirred up. Good.